Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm renovating this fairy tale like house that I did in December, and I'm just making it cheaper. So I'm not sure if you can actually call it renovating, but I'm just using the base of this build and making it half as cheap, or in this case, I'm actually making it a starter home. So you can download it right from the get-go and use it just way earlier than you could before. And for that, I just used like cheaper flooring and other options and deleting a bunch of stuff. So I've done that a bunch of times. And yeah, I'm just starting with it. And as you can see, I'm mostly deleting at the moment. And sometimes I'm actually replacing it. So, for example, I replaced the mirror and I also replaced the door for a cheaper one, I think. Maybe I just accidentally deleted it earlier and now I'm replacing it. I'm not sure. And as you can see, now I'm in the dining area, which is right next to the kitchen, and I'm just replacing it with way cheaper options. And then I moved on to the kitchen, and I do have to say that the counters that I put down now will not stay, so I will change them again because I needed to make it even cheaper than I did it in the first iteration. So sometimes I think, okay, this is expensive, so I'm replacing it with a cheaper option. But there are even more cheaper option. Oh god, they are just even cheaper. I'm not sure if I can actually like explain it properly, but yeah, I and afterwards, if I notice that it's still not cheap enough or like half as expensive or start home in this case, I go back and do another iteration. So I think, okay, this one I can replace again. So that's what I did in the kitchen actually. I replaced it with those counters that I put down now, but later I will replace them again because it wasn't cheap enough yet. And as you can see, I also did some replacing with the lights. So I used those small saucer lights, which are the cheapest, well, lights in the game. And I hadn't used the cheapest lights yet, so I replaced that. And then I went to the wall paper that I had and replaced that with a cheaper option. And I also replaced a bunch of furniture in the living room, starting with the TV table, and then I deleted some more stuff and replaced them with cheaper options. It's basically every time it's the same thing over and over again, just looking at stuff and finding things that I can replace with a cheaper version, or just straight up delete because it's not actually necessary. So, for example, I had a bunch of fairy lights or like little lights in the landscaping of the path, and I deleted a bunch of it because it's not actually necessary, and the lights that I had were quite expensive actually. And now I'm replacing some of the windows because the ones that I had were quite expensive. So I thought, okay, I can replace that. And I also replaced the carpet in the living room because that one that I chose now is the most expensive, the cheapest one that we have. Not the most expensive, the opposite then of that, the cheapest one. And I put that down. I also replaced the wall color in the bathroom and the bedroom again, because in the bedroom I had already replaced it once, but now I did an even cheaper and maybe a little bit more interesting option, so I could delete the wall painting that I had. And now you can see me making some more adjustments outside, and then I moved back inside again. So I bounce around a lot in those types of builds that I do, just because it's like the nature of the thing that I try to achieve, because I want to make it cheaper, but I don't want like one area to be the cheapest and then have another area that is really expensive. That doesn't make sense for a build. And that's why I bounce around a lot and find new things to put down and exchange. For example, I deleted the computer just now because, of course, electronics are quite expensive in the game. So sometimes I just think they aren't worth it. So in this case, I decided to delete it at the moment. I'm not sure if I put it back or not, but yeah, at the moment it's a no computer household. And then I went back and searched for the things that I could maybe delete or replace and make cheaper. And I found something with the fireplace. So I decided to get rid of it entirely, just because it's quite expensive as well. And then I was finished with the renovation and actually managed to make it a starter home. As you can see here, it went from 41,700 something to 18,879. Now you can see some screenshots of the build. I hope you like it. You can download it from the gallery. My ID is TGGSims, same as my YouTube channel name. I also hope that you liked the video and will consider pressing the thumbs up button and subscribing. Thanks very much for watching and have a great week. Bye!